Hello, my name is Justin Taylor, and today I'll be telling you about the history of rock and roll. The history of rock and roll began around the 1950s, where many artists took inspiration from jazz and R&B to create their own music. Some of these artists are Elvis Presley and the Beatles. Elvis Presley had many hits such as Jailhouse Rock and Nothing But a Hound Dog, while the Beatles had Yellow Submarine and many great hits and will always be remembered as one of the greatest bands ever. But Elvis once said, if you like it, if you feel it, if you can't help but move to it, that's what happened to me. I can't help it. That's his personal experiences with rock and roll. The 1960s gave us one of the craziest rock bands of all time, Led Zeppelin, which pretty much was the front of rock and roll music. It's known to many as the greatest rock and roll band of all time, and will hold the spot as number one. The 1970s to the 1980s had a lot. It had Led Zeppelin, or not Led Zeppelin, but Van Halen, Motley Crue, the Eagles, and David Bowie, a lot of huge artists, and Queen. One of the biggest bands is Motley Crue, 1980s hair band, will forever go down in history as a hair band. You have Queen, which will forever go down in history as one of the craziest, coolest rock bands of all time, one of the biggest charity supports of all time with Live Aid. You also have bands such as the Eagles, which took a lot of inspiration from country music, jazz, and blues in their own music, and you can hear a lot of these styles in their hit single, or their hit song, Hotel California. As the 80s ended and the 90s began, there was a lot of growth in rock and roll. You had so much in the 80s where there was so much growth, you had so many subgenres now. One of the biggest subgenres in the 90s is grunge music, grunge rock. And the biggest grunge rock band that's known for it is Nirvana, which had the frontman of Kurt Cobain. Unfortunately, Kurt Cobain, after releasing a few years of music, wound up committing suicide and left his legacy on Earth. But with that, his drummer from his band Nirvana created his own band, the Foo Fighters, which has 11 Grammy nominations and dedicates a lot of their work to Kurt Cobain, which just symbolizes his movement for rock and roll. Also in the 90s, you have one of my favorite rock bands, Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's a band of 4 members. They're all from California, or actually 3 of them are from California, one from Brooklyn, but they wound up being a California-based band where they have 3 Grammys and they just preach the California life and the California lifestyle. But as music advances and time advances and technology gets more advanced, so does the music. In modern day, there are many new different types of sounds in rock and roll. Rock and roll is its own complete genre now, with many subgenres defining it. One of the biggest bands in modern day is Imagine Dragons. They have many Grammy wins, as well as awards and nominations, more than any other rock band. Even though they're not really a rock band, they're still considered in the rock genre, which kind of defines rock as itself. In conclusion, today I've told you the history of rock and roll, the 1950s through the modern day. Thank you for your time.